Hey, what's going on people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be showcasing the Hive, a newly buffed rocket launcher that has one of the coolest special effects you'll ever see. Not only is it great fun to use, but you can set it up in multiple ways to deal some massive damage. I'll be explaining what its unique effect is, where you can get it, and how you can get it hitting the hardest it can. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, and if you don't want to miss out on the top weapons per Vault Hunter series returning this weekend, then make sure to subscribe, and let's crack into it. So the Hive is a unique Torg rocket launcher returning from Borderlands 2, but this time with legendary status. It can only come in radiation and corrosive, and has an increased chance to drop from Princess Tarantella II. You fight around here in the Splinterlands. Thanks to its big damage boost not long ago, we can finally feel its full potential as its power now matches its spectacle. It fires a single hive that's full of bees, but not bumblebees, the bumblebees, you know, because they explode. It has a low fire rate with a good magazine size, but does consume the 4 ammo per shot. Pulling down the trigger will see a hive release from its barrel. They travel for a short while before rising into the air and unleashing their payload. It'll typically max out at 13, but if you send it directly into the 4, you'll see 16 projectiles flying out from it. To get maximum bang for your buck, you'll want to equip an Infernal Wish, which will send out an extra nest as long as your shield isn't empty, massively raising its DPS. You can get one the quickest from this chest over an arms race, and if you're not Moze, you'll want it with bullet absorption. With that equipped and functioning, each shot will produce a devastating swarm that'll home in and devour the field. You won't see 13 drones flying out, but 26, and if you're Zane or Flak, you can even get that hitting 39. That gives it phenomenal mobbing potential, able to be enjoyed on every Vault Hunter. Its effect is similar to that of the Plague Bearers, but you have more control over where you position the payload and can use that to your advantage. All of its damage is automated, you don't have to do anything, and it'll clear all the enemies that are on screen. However, that also has its downsides, where it'll sometimes fail to target certain bosses, or especially their critical points. That's not a problem on Flak though, who can get the majority of its projectiles exploding with critical force. Because its damage window is so long and generally far away from you, it makes it fantastic for Guardian swapping. You can obtain one from the Fallen Heroes Vault card, and a URAD anointment will provide the most damage. While using that combination, you'll be able to raise its damage by up to 4 times, which is insane. Just fire a couple of hives into the air and swap to the Guardian Angel to see its damage skyrocket. It'll obliterate the field so quickly it's hard to keep track, and you can also take that into the bossing arena if you want some instant boss kills. From a standard viewpoint, it's probably best on Moze, where each of its countless rockets hit harder than anywhere else. But don't look past Zane. Gifting this thing to your clone results in absolute carnage. Your enemies will be the crops to your locusts as mini rockets fill the air. It's helped by the clone getting a copy of your shield, which will double what you already get from the Infernal Wish. The clone can do it on his own, but when you're both shooting, there's nothing that'll stop you. It's also great on Amara, who can use its elements and splash damage to deal mountains of mayhem. With Heavy Rain, you'll also increase its range massively, and with Remnant, you're going to have a lot of projectiles for your enemies to avoid. Overall, the Hive is a great launcher that can be used in multiple ways on every character to deal some fantastic damage. It's best suited to mobbing because of its high number of homing projectiles, but they're powerful enough to defeat bosses as well. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned about the Hive, and how you can get peak damage out of it. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.